Midge Ure, you've had a very varied musical career. You started out with Slick, a teeny bopper band. Could you tell us a bit about the other bands you've been with?
I was with Slick for quite a while. That was my first band. I joined up with Glenn Matlock and the Rich Kids in 1977 or 78, 77 I think it was. Unfortunately that only lasted a couple of years. And then I decided not to join another band until I met Ultravox, and I joined them.
Yeah, but in between that you had a short spell with Thin Lizzy.
Yeah, right, I was a hired gun, just at a time when I needed the money. I'd already joined Ultravox at the time, and they asked me, Lizzie asked me to go to America and do a tour with them, which helped buy some of the keyboards that I needed for Ultravox, so it was great, you know.
Yeah, that's nice. That's quite a variety of bands you've been with, a variety of styles. Now, a lot of people might be a bit confused as to your musical identity. Who is the real Midge Ure?
The cute one at the piano.
Yeah.
They're all the real Midge Ure, you know. I mean, the Slick thing was, well, it started 8 years ago. That's a long time. And you learn as you go along.
Mm.
You know, your tastes change and you develop. You just become better or worse at what you're doing. And, you know, I hope I'm getting better at what I'm doing.
Mm.
You know, Ultravox is like what I'd like Slick to have been now, had we still been going.
Mm.
So there's no real difference to me.
So it's just an extension of what you've always been doing?
It's the natural progression.
Mm. You were also involved with Steve Strange and Visage. I think quite a few people are a bit unsure about Visage. Is it a permanent band or was it just a one-off project?
It's not just a one-off project. It started off with some solo stuff I'd done. I'd done some demo stuff in EMI, some music, with Rusty, and I got Steve in to do some vocals because I knew he wanted to sing or be in a band. And the idea just developed from then. It was just when the Rich Kids broke up, and for that year, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do productions. And we just developed the idea into bringing some our favourite musicians together, one of which was Billy Curry from Ultravox, before I knew him, and 3 guys from Magazine. And we did an album, and it's become incredibly successful, and we'll do another. But the lineup might change slightly, you know, the musicians, because obviously they're not available all the time to do the Visage album. They've all got their own projects.
Yes, and so it's not a permanent band, or
the nucleus of the band's permanent. You know, it won't change. Billy will always be involved. I'll always be involved. So will Rusty and Steve. But the other members, you know, might change around a bit.
Is it just a studio project, or will you be touring live?
I don't think we'll tour. We might do a couple of live dates, but it's, you know, we've got too much touring to do in our own bands to devote a lot of time to going out working with Visage, and it would be such a ridiculous production. It would be, you know, over the top.
You're also in demand as a producer. Do you foresee a time where you might have to choose between production work and performing?
Yeah, when I'm 40, fat and bald, I'll produce records, you know. But meanwhile, I'm having too much fun playing in bands, you know.
So there's no conflict yet?
No, not at all. I can do both.
You get time to do both. Getting back to Ultravox, do you see any danger at all in basing the sound of a group so totally on the use of synthesizers? Isn't it easy to go over the top with all the technology at hand?
It's easy to go over the top with a band with just guitars in it. The synthesizer is it's an instrument like any other instrument, except it's as varied as you are. You know, it's whatever you hear in your head, the synthesizer can recreate, and that's the only reason we use them. It's not because we want to be, you know, sort of robots or the new Kraftwerk. It's just that's the best instrument for us to use for the sounds we want to create. Yeah, you can go over the top with anything. I don't think there's any big problem about using synthesizers. And we do use a lot of guitar and violin as well. So it's not as though it's all keyboards.
I see, yeah. In a few moments we'll be showing the title track from your album Vienna. Could you tell us a bit about this song?
Yeah, made me a lot of money. Well, I don't know, it's just a song, just a feeling. None of us had ever been to Vienna when we wrote it. And Billy, our keyboard violin player, he's the one with the classical training, the classical background, and he was filling me in when I came up with the idea. I came up with a feeling of it, just a sort of fairly romantic song, and he filled me in a bit on the Vienna background, but the decline of an amazing city. It's a bit of a shell now. There's nothing there. All the great musicians and composers came from there. All the artists about 100 years ago. Not anymore. So that's basically what the song's about.